All right. Come one, come all, join the festive room. All right, let's go ahead and get started. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Nick here with another round of the Big Brother Recap Show, except this time it's the Big Brother Reindeer Games Recap Show. We're doing this for 2 weeks, but if you have not heard the news, Big Brother has gifted us a special Christmas gift with the Reindeer Games, a 6-episode event that has been going on. We're already halfway through it already. We've had 3 episodes. We've got the last 3 episodes next week. But yeah, we're gonna sit and recap the first 3 episodes because it is kind of lengthy. There was a lot that went down, and I highly suggest you guys go and watch this. So let's just jump right into this. Let's start the breaking down the whole week's worth of Reindeer Games. Okay, wait, let me actually excuse me. I think I'll just leave it like this. So I don't want to cover anybody's pictures. So on Monday night, we were gifted with a special Big Brother event that brought back so many legends from Big Brother. The legend status is questionable depending on how you see it. But 9 former Big Brother house guests went back into the house to compete for a special Christmas bonus, $100,000. So among these people are Cameron from Big Brother 25, and we also introduced everybody on the kickoff show, which I believe is up and running again. There was an issue with the video. They didn't like that I was showing clips during the live stream, but I think they gave me the okay. They said it was not a copyright issue. So the live stream is going. You can go ahead and check out the kickoff show. But anyway, we have Cameron from Big Brother 25. We have, oh shoot, Taylor's name got stuck in there. Taylor from Big Brother 24. Brittany from Big Brother 12. Josh from Big Brother 19. Danielle from Big Brother 3. Frankie from Big Brother 16. Cody from Big Brother 16. Nicole from Big Brother 16, and Xavier from Big Brother 23. So, it's time for the games to begin. First off, one familiar face shows up as one of the elf ambassadors, kind of the hosts of the show. We have Jordan. That's right. So this is Jordan from Big Brother 11. I'll just go introduce themselves again. Winner of Big Brother 11, won 4th place in Big Brother 13. Married to Jeff Schroeder from Big Brother 11 and Big Brother 13. So anyway, so here's how the episode goes. First off, the first competition of the episode will be the Naughty and Nice a challenge. I said game here, but it's challenge. So here is how the Naughty and Nice challenges are going to work. The house guests will complete a task to win the Naughty and Nice power. The winner will earn an advantage in the Jingle Bell Brawl match, which will be the second competition of the episode. That person must also choose someone to receive a disadvantage in the Jingle Bell Brawl. So, winning this power could be a blessing and a curse at the same time. So, okay, so the first competition was you had to look at clues around the house to determine this DJ's favorite Christmas song using clues in the house. So, first person to ring in with the correct answer wins the Naughty and Nice power. Our very first Naughty and Nice winner is Brittany. Congratulations, Brittany. And let me just say, it was a delight to see you back on the screen. I went and rewatched all of the Big Brother seasons, and I gotta say, she was one of my favorites. She made the diary room segments bearable to watch. Like, oh my gosh, she gets us. She gets us, okay? So you want Brittany in your corner. Now, something that we do on my Big Brother recap shows is alliance charts. And would you believe it? there's alliances going on in this house. See, and that's the fun part about Reindeer Games, is this is supposed to be one of those holiday competitions that you see on like Food Network and ABC and all that stuff, but we're still playing Big Brother at the same time. It's mind-blowing. So there will be an alliance chart update. Nobody had concrete names for the alliances. It's more like understandings, kind of like with the cookout, except the cookout had a name. So with that, let's take a look at some of the alliances that were forming on day one. First off, Taylor, Xavier, Danielle, and Josh all came together and told each other, oh, we're going to have each other's back. Some people were not surprised by this, especially knowing that Xavier was part of the monumental alliance known as the Cookout. So, yeah, we have this alliance. Now we have Nicole, Cody, and Frankie. Now, these three, out of all the people, the majority of people came from Big Brother 16. So everybody had their eyes on these three people already. So, and Nicole, Cody, and Frankie kind of had an agreement too. But Nicole came into the house and she was already bitter. Like last time she saw Cody was when Cody evicted her on Big Brother All-Stars, the very final eviction. And Frankie screwed over Nicole's game. Nicole and Frankie and Cody screwed over her game. And Cody screwed over Frankie's game as well. So there was a lot of screwing going on between the three. But nevertheless, they knew going in that they were the people with the season with the most people in the house. So they needed to bond together, come together, and just duke it out. They say it's going to be competition. By the way, this season is going to be relying on competitions alone. So they need to work together, put their differences aside, and just stick together with the competitions. Then we have Nicole and Brittany. Now, I did not know about this, and so I'm assuming none of you knew about this as well, but apparently these two had beef around the time of Big Brother All-Stars, a little after. So apparently Brittany did not love... Brittany was a hardcore Janelle fan, for sure. Brittany and Janelle were in Big Brother 14 together. They also did The Amazing Race together, and I want to say she was on The Amazing Race the same time that Nicole and Victor were on at the same time. And it seems like Nicole and Victor backstabbed those two. And Rachel and her sister Alyssa and Brittany and Janelle were all like kind of forming together, like let's duke this out together. We need to stay together. Nicole wasn't like that at all. And when Brittany heard that Nicole was going on All Stars, and Brittany got to see the whole thing go down with Janelle and her, she didn't like that. So she went and started saying some comments about Nicole, talking about her feet and all that stuff. Like she really bashed her. And knowing Nicole, she took that to heart like real bad. In fact, if you go watch Big Brother All Stars, all the stuff that Janelle be saying, Nicole just starts freaking. So, needless to say, this is the first time they're talking to each other in like 3 years. So they decided to clear the air, get some closure on the issue, and decide, okay, we're gonna stick with each other. We're gonna help each other out. We're gonna make sure we get to the Reindeer Games. Which, by the way, I should have announced this at the beginning too. Only the final 4 will compete in the actual Reindeer Games. So we have to go through 5 evictions. Well, they're called eliminations, but I'm going to call them evictions to get to the Reindeer Games, which will be next Thursday night. So, but Brittany and Nicole have put their issues aside, and they are actually working together in the house right now. So, and then we have Danielle and Brittany. Out of all these people, I think these two are the real OGs of Big Brother because they are from the earlier seasons. Whereas everybody else, starting with season 16 and on, they are all the new school. So these are the only old school people and everybody else is new school. So, and both being mothers, both being icons, they have each other's back. So, or so we think. And then Frankie decides to tell these girls decides to tell the girls, I'm good with you. You're not going to go up on my terms to the Santa showdowns and all that for eliminations. Now, Taylor was on this list, but she makes a little oopsie later on. So, and I'll tell you what happened. But first, we need to settle some business. Brittany has the naughty and nice power. It's time for her to choose who gets the disadvantage. So, Brittany has chosen Cody. And this doesn't sit well with Cody at all. He takes it to heart, and we're going to see what happens in this. We're going to see what happens right now as we head into the very first Jingle Bell Brawl. Here is how the Jingle Bell Brawl is going to work. Each contestant will compete for safety from the upcoming elimination. The winner will have to name, well, I thought this was going to be the same, but it's going to change. And I'll go over how it's going to work as we do the Jingle Bell Brawl. But for this very first one, the winner is going to have to pick 2 contestants to enter the Santa Showdown, which will be the win or go home competition. The naughty and nice winner will have the advantage for this competition, and then the naughty person will have a disadvantage. So in this first competition, each of the house guests are going to grab their envelope, their letters to Santa, and they're going to start distributing them into other players' mailbox. You want to be the one that clears your mailbox first, and after you send your last letter to Santa to the box that's back there, you got to hit the button and you are the winner. So, Brittany's advantage is that she starts, okay, so everybody has the same amount of letters. Brittany's advantage, she starts with 1 less letter. Cody's disadvantage is he's going to start with 1 extra letter. So, competition begins and people start going and going. But I'm noticing that people are going for Cameron and Cody's mailboxes real quick. So it makes sense because they are the top dog. They are the physical threats. Cody wins everything. Cody wins everything. Cameron wins a lot of stuff. And also they're targeting Cameron too, just because he's the odd man out. I mean, he just got out of the Big Brother house. So makes sense. Anyway, after a lot of letter shuffling, we have a winner. The winner of the very first Jingle Bell Brawl is Frankie. Congratulations, Frankie. Now, Frankie is going to have the sole decision on who to send to Santa Showdown. And one of those 2 are going home after this competition. Now, Frankie has to talk to everybody, but he specifically is targeting X and Cameron. Now, remember when I told you that Frankie was looking after all the girls? Well, here's where Taylor made her boo-boo. She told Frankie said, I'm thinking about sending X to the Santa Showdown. And she's like, no, you shouldn't do that. And that's where she messed up. She opened her mouth and was like, no. So Frankie saw that right away. And she's like, okay. And he's like, okay, I'm going to put that on my list. I'm going to keep an eye out for her. So he's looking after all the girls except Taylor now because she is clearly working with X. So, and then Cameron is obviously being looked at because he's the outcast. Everybody's like made their mark on the game some way, somehow. And Cameron, he just got out of the house. So it's like, but that's kind of like a cop-out move. Like, seriously, give the man a chance. So that's where we stand on those. But anyway, it's time for the decision. The 2 house guests that are going to the Santa Showdown are Cameron and Xavier. We called this, didn't we? So Cameron and Xavier are going to face off, and one of them is heading home first as we enter the very first Santa Showdown. Now, I've already mentioned it. Clearly, it's a win or go home competition. The rules are going to change, obviously, as we go to the next 2 rounds. it's real simple. You win, you stay in the game. If you lose, you're going bye-bye. So Cameron and Xavier are about to face off in a puzzle challenge. So the goal of this competition is you have to build your sweater puzzle, but it's not as easy as it looks because some of the pieces, especially in the middle, are on top of the sweater. Now, Xavier, being the smart lawyer that he is, he worked on the sleeves first. I think that's how he started it, and then worked in the middle. Whereas Cameron was just going all over the place. I think he started the middle and then realized, oh, I need to put stuff like that. But Xavier was giving him a run for his money. So, oh, shoot. So the Santa Showdown winner was Xavier. So, unfortunately, that means Cameron has been evicted from the Reindeer Games. Now, if you've seen my Big Brother recap shows before, you know that I send all the house guests off with the eviction music. But it's Christmas time, and, you know, I want to be a little humble. I found a song that would totally fit the eviction mood. So I'm going to play it right now, but let's make it official again. Cameron is evicted from the Reindeer Games. I know it was cheesy, wasn't it? Okay, so now here's our memory wall again if you missed it. It's time to change his picture to black and white. All right, 1 person down, 8 more to go, but we're not done yet because we've got 2 more rounds to discuss as we head into the next Naughty and Nice challenge. Now, in this challenge, all the house guests got a list of Christmas songs. And their sheet music was scattered all over the place. All the house guests had to roam around the house and see all the songs. There's one song that was left off of the list. There's no sheet music for, and that's what the house guests have to figure out. So the first person to ring in with the correct song is going to win the Naughty and Nice power. So who ended up winning? By the way, the song that was missing from the list, and I should have mentioned, the first song that we were talking about in the Naughty and Nice game, number 1, was Up on the Housetop. The second Naughty and Nice challenge, the song was Deck the Halls. So the winner, the person who correctly identified that was Cody. Yes, congratulations, Cody. And look, he's already like, this is bad. Well, let's talk about that, because the winner of the Naughty and Nice power this time around is going to get a special advantage, because the next Jingle Bell Brawl match is going to be a team match. So Cody's advantage is he gets to pick his team, leaving the others to go on the other side. So, and the disadvantage, I'll explain at the competition. But so let's see how Cody. Oh, well, first we have to decide who's getting the disadvantage. So one house guest has made it perfectly clear, I'm going after you. Actually, here's how he determined it. There was one house guest back in the Jingle Bell Brawl that was constantly giving him letters in his mailbox. And he was like, well, I thought we were cool like that. So clearly they weren't. So the person who's getting the disadvantage this time is Taylor. Yeah, so the claws are coming out now. I'll explain her disadvantage in just a second. As we enter the second Jingle Bell Brawl. By the way, here's how the teams matched up. So Cody got to choose his team. His team is Frankie, Nicole, and Xavier, leaving Taylor, Danielle, Brittany, and Josh to go on the other side. Now, it's pretty obvious what Cody was going to do here. He was going to choose the athletic people, with the exception of Nicole. Don't tell her I said that. But I'm kind of shocked that Josh was not in that list. But then again, he's looking after Frankie and Nicole, so I'm not surprised that he chose Nicole. Josh was definitely bent about that. Because if you want the athletic people, you should have picked Josh also. Because he has been on the challenge. We've seen him multiple seasons, and he's actually gotten pretty far, you know. But I understand why he chose Nicole, because he's looking after her. So, and clearly this team, This team is PO'd. Brittany already knew that she wasn't going to be on his team because of the last naughty and nice power. And everybody else has claimed the weak link, basically, including Brittany. So we'll see if this works out. So here is the match. Here's the second Jingle Bell Brawl. The two teams will have to decorate their Christmas trees, but it's not going to be as easy as it sounds because it's a balancing game. And we've seen this competition before on Big Brother where you have to like put ornaments or whatever objects and you have to balance them out. And if they fall, you got to do it again. So there's 4, I think there was 1 for each player. So you couldn't move on to the next one until the other person correctly put the ornaments up. Now Taylor's disadvantage. Taylor had an extra tree that she had to decorate first before the players could even start. So we start the match. I believe Frankie was first. It was either Nicole or Frankie. But anyway, one of them started. Taylor did her thing. And then I think it was Brittany or Danielle. But what was happening is that the red team was actually beast moding this competition, the underdogs. And okay, so I think Nicole went first. Yeah, Nicole went first. And then Xavier goes to his tree and he spends like 15 minutes trying to get his thing, which shocks me because, come on, I thought you would have been a little smarter than that. But I'm not here to judge. I'm just shocked that the underdogs are blowing through this competition. So ultimately, we have a winner. So did the underdogs pull a win from the top dogs? Let's see who the winners are. Taylor, Danielle, Brittany, and Josh. They won the Jingle Bell Brawl, and all 4 of them are safe from the next elimination. My reaction when I watched this, I was like, Cody, you got played. He got played big time because he thought his team was hot shit and was going to win this competition. Sorry. So he truly played himself on that competition. So, but there's business to take care of. This team now has to make a decision on which one of the 4 contestants they're going to save. They're going to choose one person for safety. The other 3 are going to the Santa Showdown. Yes, that's right. This next Santa Showdown is going to have 3 people. And the 2 people who finish correctly will stay in the game. The other one's going home. So these 4 right here have to talk to everyone and decide who's going to get safety as well. So after talking to the losing team, the winners have chose to save Nicole. Now, at first, I was a little confused. I was like, why did you save Nicole? Then it made sense. You've got 3 top competitors, physical threats, and you've got 3 spots in the Santa Showdown. It's pretty obvious. So I think that's just me hating on Nicole. I'm sorry. It makes sense after you look at it. So the next Santa Showdown is going to be between Cody, Frankie, and Xavier. One of these 3 is going home. Now, Xavier's a little upset right now. We're going back to this alliance right here because he thought that he was going to get saved from the team. And so now and this is his second time going into the Santa Showdown. So he's just looking at these people like, seriously? And this is where you start seeing that Big Brother is back in session. You've got your alliance and they backstab you. So now he's a solo man, basically. I mean, I guess he's still tight with Taylor and Danielle. I don't know about Josh. So anyway, let's move on to the Santa Showdown number 2. These 3 studs are now going to have to compete for safety, win or go home. In this next competition, I don't think I put it on here, so I'm just going to explain it. They have a list, a Christmas list from certain kids, and they have to fill each box with the gift that corresponds to their clues. They get very specific as to what their item is supposed to be. It could be like I want a pink toy, but I don't want it to have wheels or a tail or all that stuff. So they have to like go roam around the Santa's workshop to find the right toy. And there's 5 of them. So the first 2 people to lock in the correct answers are going to stay. So here are the winners of the Santa Showdown. Xavier and Frankie. And at this moment, I'm even more wow. Because Cody seriously played himself in this competition. He won the naughty and nice power. He pissed off the wrong people. He found himself in the Santa Showdown. And then he ended up going up against his best bud in the house, Frankie, all in one episode. It was too good to be true. I didn't want to believe it. I figured Cody was going to take the win, but I was like, wow. Okay, so this is going to be a big moment because Cody has never had to deal with an eviction. And I guess he hasn't still because this doesn't count as an eviction. The last time he was in the house, he was a runner-up and he won All-Stars. So he hasn't had to see his picture in black and white yet. Until now. So let's make it official. Cody has been evicted from the Reindeer Games. Hashtag you played yourself, Cody. Okay, let's update the memory wall once again. All right, 2 down and 7 more to go. All right, 1 more round to go in this live stream. We have the Naughty and Nice Challenge number 3. By the way, thanks to Jordan for helping out with the first 2 rounds of Reindeer Games. But now it's time to send another elf into the competition. Mr. Derek. Good to see you, my dude. Let me bring up his little bio real quick. Derek, or as we called him on the show, Baby D, he won 10th place in Big Brother 23, and he knows Xavier. They were like tight. And he has competed on MTV's The Challenge. I don't know if I put that on Xavier's thing, but anyway, Derek is going to be running the show for the next 2 episodes. Well, he ran last night's episode, and then he's going to be on Monday's episode, leaving Tiffany to be the last elf for the final 2 episodes. So let me go back here. All right, so Naughty and Nice Challenge number 3. They send in this crooner who's talking, he's singing the 12 Days of Christmas, but it's talking about his breakup. And so the challenge is they have to decipher why the crooner's girlfriend broke up with him. And there's letters around the house that they have to like kind of unscramble to spell out the reason why. Now, the reason was he was too clingy. Now, what helped them is that the letters were color-coded. So each color represented a word. So you got to put them together and decipher the word. So who was the person that deciphered "you are too clingy"? Oh, it's Taylor. Surprise, surprise. I'm seeing a trend here. The person who got the disadvantage in the previous round ended up winning the Naughty and Nice power the next round. So I don't know. Maybe this is the trend. We'll see. But now Taylor has to decide who's going to get the disadvantage. Now, she was very bent on sending Frankie the disadvantage, which, by the way, I got to announce this. The winner of the Taylor is going to get a 2-minute head start in the next competition. And the person who wins the disadvantage is going to have a disadvantage for 5 minutes. And I'll tell you more about that. But Taylor was ready to give Frankie the disadvantage. But Taylor had some good reasoning. Like, I don't want to make waves with Frankie if I don't have to. And that was a smart move. So it's better. So somebody stepped up to the plate and said, you know what? We don't want to cause any riffraff. So give me the disadvantage and we'll be okay. So who was that contestant that stepped up to the plate? It was Josh. Yeah, he volunteered to take the disadvantage. And this is good for Taylor because she can still hold a good relationship with Frankie, even though Frankie's got his eye on Taylor already. So All right, it's time for Jingle Bell Brawl number 3. And it's a Big Brother favorite, the mini competition. We've seen this a couple times. I've even covered it on the Big Brother recap shows before. Basically, you have these little tiny objects and you have to hand stack with those tweezers. And the first person to complete their puzzle wins the Jingle Bell Brawl. Taylor gets a 2-minute head start, so she gets 2 minutes before everybody else. Josh's disadvantage is his picture was covered up for 5 minutes, so he was building his puzzle blindly. Now, if you are a person who cannot stand still or just, your hands get jittery a lot, this is going to cause some PTSD for you if you go and watch this episode. But ultimately, we have a winner. Now, mind you, this person correctly finished stacking their puzzle, but there were 2 blocks that were in the wrong spot. So she had to take her blocks down and swap them and then restack again, and she did it in just enough time. The Jingle Bell Brawl winner was Nicole. I got to give props to Nicole. Good job. And Brittany was just a breath of fresh air in the competition. She said she drank coffee before the competition. And I'm like, that was the worst move you could have made. So now Nicole is safe, but now we've got some issues. In this next Santa Showdown, Nicole is only going to pick one person to compete. If this person wins the Santa Showdown, this person will be safe, and that person will get to choose the next person. It's going to be a timed event. The first person is going to get 5 minutes and 30 seconds to compete. So the next person gets 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and they're going to keep taking a minute off until somebody loses the competition. So the first person that I will say this, the first person that's going to go into the Santa Showdown is Frankie. Now, why did Nicole choose Frankie? Because their goal obviously is to send X to the Santa Showdown. But given that each person that follows is going to get a minute less, they want to push X as far as they can without risking their people. So Nicole says Frankie can beast mode this out. So Frankie's going to do it in 5 minutes and 30 seconds. So here we go. Santa Showdown number 3. So here's the competition that they actually have to do. They're going to get on this wheel right here. And there's a puzzle right in the middle, a little ornament. You have to send the ornament through the puzzle. I think it starts on the bottom. And you have to send it through the middle so you can take out the ornament and then go hit your buzzard at the end, ending your time. So anyway, so Frankie's going to be the first person, and he gets 5 minutes and 30 seconds to do it. So now I'm going to show their picture on the screen. If their picture turns green, they have won the Santa Showdown, and they have to choose somebody else. If their picture turns red, it's game over. The competition ends, and that person goes home. So did Frankie win the Santa Showdown? Yes, Frankie won. So now Frankie has to choose someone else. Now they think, you know what? We can't risk. We got to go for it. Frankie chooses X to go next. So now this is his 3rd time in the Santa Showdown. X is getting a little pissed at this point. So he only has 4 minutes and 30 seconds to do it this time. So did Xavier pass the Santa Showdown challenge? Yes, he won. And this is bad news bears for everyone else, because now X has to choose the next person. So a lot of the house guests were begging and pleading not to go down, but ultimately X had to choose somebody. It was Brittany. And I tell you, the mood changed when Brittany got picked for the Santa Showdown. I was honestly pissed off. I was like, this is not happening. I'm scared that Brittany is not going to win this challenge, because she's even saying it herself. She don't think she can do this, and she's only going to get 3 minutes and 30 seconds to do it. So, sure enough, Brittany won the challenge. And at that point, I was like, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Even Brittany at that point was like, oh my God. She had 8 seconds left, y'all. She had 8 seconds. Oh my God, I would be on the ground crying at that moment. And she was like, I hate everyone. She did it for her girls at home. She did it for her family. I think that was like an Olympic moment right there. Just, I think the whole world collectively took a breath of fresh air, a sigh of relief when Brittany locked in her time. But now Brittany has another decision to make. But before she does that, she goes right in and talks to Xavier, like, why did you pick me? And then Xavier makes a boo-boo. Xavier told Brittany that he was protecting Danielle. Why would you tell her that? You basically sealed Danielle's fate, because next, Brittany is going to choose Danielle. And this is a Big Brother moment right here, because Brittany basically backstabbed Danielle. And Danielle's only going to get 2 minutes and 30 seconds to complete the challenge. So it's not looking good for Danielle, especially since she took a minute to get the wheel going. So you got to understand, she's 52 years old, and, you know, she can't run like, I mean, she's still mobile, you know, all that. But when you get to a particular age, running becomes a challenge. So did Danielle complete the Santa Showdown? Or did we get an upset? Oh, Danielle did not complete the Santa Showdown. So that means Danielle, let's make it official, Danielle has been evicted from the Reindeer Games. All right, let's update the memory wall one more time. All right. Well, we went through a lot in 1 week, just 1 week. And we have our final 6, our top 6. As we have 3 more episodes to go, 2 more eliminations before the Reindeer Games officially kick off on Thursday night. Let's talk about that. So there's an episode on Monday night, 9:00 p.m., Tuesday at 9:00 p.m., and Tiffany will be joining the cast as the last elf. And it all leads up to Thursday night. There's no episode on Wednesday, which is perfect because that's my birthday. So I'm going to go out and celebrate. Thursday night is the season finale. At 8:00 p.m., the Reindeer Games begin, and one person is going to walk away with $100,000. Now, the finale Big Brother recap show of 2023 is going to take place on Christmas Eve. I'll probably record it before then, but be ready for that last recap show to take place on Christmas Eve. And that is a wrap, finally. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'm really enjoying the Reindeer Games. Let me know if you are enjoying them too, because I think this is really good. Just the fact that the holiday competition and you're still mixing in Big Brother, it's just really good. So I think these last 3 episodes are going to get real intense. The emotions are going to come out as we get closer to crowning the winner, which we'll find out on Thursday night. Also, get ready, because Monday I am starting my year-end special, the Nick Picks Top 100 Songs of 2023. I've got videos already filmed, ready to go, and you'll see, trust me, because I shaped this today. That starts Monday, and I'll see you next week, because we're going to be counting down the best songs of the year. But all my contact info is in the description below. Like, subscribe, follow me, follow the notifications. Go check out the other Big Brother recap shows, because we got a lot of them. And I will see you on Monday for the Nick Picks year-end special. See you later, folks.